Taurus, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Taurus, please. Okay, your energy, the Knight of Swords, showing up in reverse, so you may not be in communication here with this person. Okay, we see the Strength card also in reverse, Leo energy. They're viewing you as the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. What you're not seeing is the Ten of Swords, and we see the High Priestess here. So Spirit's saying, Taurus, it's really important with this connection to trust your intuition. The Page of Swords in reverse. Interesting. I'm wondering if it feels like there's little to no communication here between you and this person. And with the Strength card, I actually feel like this person is probably suffering in silence because of that. Now, this could obviously be a secret admirer, but with the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords showing up in reverse, Taurus, I do feel for a lot of you, this is somebody that is an ex or somebody you're in separation from. Now, the Page of Swords in reverse can also indicate that you have some negative feelings here, or there's some negative energy, or there's gossip around this person. And with the Strength card in reverse, I also feel like you have somebody here who's operating really heavily out of their ego. And that may have been a reason why there's been an ending here. But with the Ten of Swords, I feel like this person, like I said, is suffering in silence, or they're more impacted by this ending or this potential ending with you than you may realize. So with the Knight of Swords in reverse, I feel like, you've turned your back on this. You're not communicating. Maybe you have this person blocked, or you're just feeling a little bit confused. Yeah, with the Two of Wands, you may have decided to move in a different direction. Maybe that's move towards somebody else, or just focus your energy back on yourself, your stability, your health, your finances. You're viewing this person as the Emperor in reverse. So again, really heavy ego energy. I also feel this person might be a little bit confrontational. The Emperor in reverse is one of my red flag cards here, Taurus. So this could be somebody who's, mentally, emotionally abusive, somebody who's very self-centered, somebody who's very reactive, somebody who doesn't take accountability here. And again, it feels like you're dealing with somebody who's frustrated, somebody who's controlling, and somebody who's quite triggered by whatever's going on between the two of you. All right, and you're viewing the relationship as the Knight of Swords in reverse. You're not even looking at this right now, or you're seeing this as not moving forward. You may feel like this person rushed in and out of the connection. Maybe you rushed out of the connection because you saw some pretty big red flags. We see the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you, the Emperor and the Strength card in reverse, can also indicate somebody here who was doing you dirty, or somebody who was entertaining other options, somebody who may have even been cheating, Taurus, okay? So, trust your instincts here. I am picking up on something that's relatively unhealthy with this person's energy or with this connection. So let's see. We have Labyrinth of Life coming through. You can choose to be lost in the labyrinth of life, or use these trials to harness your inner strength and come out stronger and wiser. Okay, so I do feel like that's a real strong indication here of like learning karmic lessons. We see, do not force solutions. Not everything can be fixed. Such times you have to let it die and let there be a new beginning. And I kind of feel like, my Taurus, you've already entered into that energy. You've already moved into this phase, but you do have somebody here who's angry, upset, resentful because of that. Feeling triggered by you pulling back, or you cutting them off or blocking them. And we see you're almost there. You have come this far to give up now. The seeds you planted are beginning to flourish. Some of my Taurus, this may have been a long time coming. I do feel for a lot of you, maybe you were married to this person, or maybe you were in a long-term connection with this person. For others of you, you were dating this person, or you were thinking about dating them, and you just saw a lot of red flags. I feel like you've worked really hard on yourself to get where you are. So Spirit's saying, don't give up now and don't settle. My goodness. This is a heavy read, Taurus, and I know this isn't going to be for all of you out there. But, and if it's not, do check out your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. I also like to check my North Node. But Spirit's saying, don't settle. Don't accept your current circumstances as the best you'll ever have. And don't be afraid to start over. All right. So we see this person operating out of their ego. So again, maybe being a bit of a player, not being loyal, really reactive, defensive energy. I do feel some of you, this person may be, or, have been, or you picked up on them being like borderline abusive, if not full on. All right, we see the King of Swords. This person is very focused on you though, Taurus. And again, the King of Swords is one of my X cards, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. They're very, very focused on you and what you're doing. You may know that they're watching you, they're following you. They're following your social media. They're probably asking friends and family about you. I do get like a little bit of an obsessed energy. The Three of Wands energy in reverse. They could be at a distance from you. It does feel like there may be third-party energy that around them that was blocking this connection from moving forward. And we see the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. But this person is planning on reaching out or coming towards you. Again, this person has quite an ego. I'm not getting a whole lot of accountability coming through from them, but I do feel like they are going to try again, like they don't really want to let you go. And I have to be kind of honest here, Taurus, this energy is making me feel a little bit uncomfortable because it doesn't feel really healthy. Now, they're viewing you as the King of Swords in reverse, so I'm getting that this person is almost angry and resentful towards you for finally cutting them off or moving away from them, choosing you. They're seeing like with the, and they may even be, creating the narrative here, talking to other people or just in their head that you're the selfish one. You were self-absorbed, you were mean. I can see that there may have been some, considerable fighting or confrontation here within this connection. All right, we see the Three of Swords, that you're holding back and that you're healing. All right, we see the Lovers card. So this person may be worried about third-party energy. This may be somebody, Taurus, that doesn't quite understand that you could possibly choose yourself over this connection or over them, that, you must be dealing with somebody else, whether that's true or not. Okay, but I do think that this person is quite jealous is what I'm getting. They see you as their soulmate. They see you as their person. Like I said, this energy, Taurus, for me is making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And we see the Nine of Swords energy in reverse. So they feel like, I kind of feel for a lot of my Taurus, you broke a pattern here. Okay, and I know this reading isn't going to resonate with all of you. It's heavy, Taurus. It's really heavy. But the Nine of Swords in reverse is telling me that they kind of feel like things are just going to go back to the way they've always been between the two of you, or that they're going to continue to get their way and kind of act the way they've always acted. Now, maybe because you've forgiven them in the past, or maybe because, this person might have a lot to offer. They might be really good looking. They might be a little bit charming, but I am getting like borderline narcissistic or full-on narcissistic energy here with this person, Taurus. So I want you to be very, very careful here. All right. And we see the Justice card. This person, some of you are married to this person. For others of my Taurus, this person is going to try to come in and make it up to you. If that's a pattern, Taurus, again, I want you to be really aware. You're almost there. You've come this far to give up now. Keep going on your path, because I'm really seeing here, Taurus, that this is not a particularly healthy connection or healthy pattern within this relationship, okay? Let's see what we need to know about this person. Advocate inspires you to put compassion into action, okay? So this person I do think that they do want to come in and advocate for themselves, okay, and for this connection. All right, and we see slave energy coming through, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Again, this, I do kind of feel like this person feels like that things are just going to work out like they always do. Okay, like, and maybe this person is used to getting what they want, things working out for them. But I'm not so sure this time it's going to happen with you, Taurus. Let's see. All right, we see they're viewing you as the addict, so helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Okay, so they see, like, you know, this in this card here, this person is pushing away what's no longer working, what's no longer healthy. Okay, so this is you really stepping up into your power and saying no to something that doesn't feel in alignment with you. And we see the Poet card expresses soul insights in symbolic language. So this person, you know, I kind of get like a little bit of a delusional energy off of them, Taurus. Not to say that you're not great with words and not that you don't express soul insights in symbolic language, but I feel like this person is going over the things that you've said. They love the way that you express yourself. But there's an underlying thread of anxiety in this reading that like I said is making me personally feel really uncomfortable with their actions and their behaviors. And I feel a lot of my Taurus, you notice the red flags early on and you've moved away. And like I said, this person is very charming is what I'm getting. They might be very good looking. They might have a lot to offer. But I feel like my Taurus, like you've recognized red flags early on here. Or this is a cycle that you're finally breaking. So we see the 10 of Swords. So this person is hurting behind the scenes, okay, or this has been a painful ending for them, more painful than you might realize, because like I said, they might be acting more angry or resentful than anything. Although I wouldn't be surprised if this person tries to make you feel bad or play the victim here. All right, and we have 5 of Wands, conflict, scattered energy, Ace of Wands. Yeah, this person does want to come in for a new beginning. And we see the Strength card, but they're still operating out of their ego here, Taurus. So like I said, I do think that they're going to come back around and try to win you over, but I'm not seeing anything changing with their energy. The High Priestess, to me, Taurus, is a strong indication. And to be honest, I wasn't really expecting a reading like this. But the High Priestess is like, you are meant to block access to yourself, to this person. The High Priestess is about pulling back, going within, staying silent, keeping them blocked, focusing on your healing. All right, we see the World card. Yeah. I feel that this is an ending that's meant to happen. And even if it feels very difficult for you, Taurus, even if you're not sure if you made the right decision, remember that endings bring new beginnings. But I'm getting that, my Taurus, you're freeing yourselves from a cycle here. All right, the 9 of Cups, we see wish fulfillment. And we see the 8 of Pentacles. Keep working on your own growth and expansion, because I feel very strongly, Taurus, that there's something so much better out there for you. And like I said, some of you, you're recognizing red flags early on. I have to tell you, I'm feeling nervous myself. Like, I feel nervous. I feel a little bit activated, and I think I'm picking up on your energy, because I don't think this has been easy for any of you who are connecting with this reading. And I'm sending you so much peace and ease and love and light, because what you're doing here is very, very hard. Okay, and I feel like, again, a lot of you have a cyclical pattern with this person where, you know, there's a breakup and makeup and forgiving, and then things go back to the way they are, and it doesn't feel healthy. For others of you, this is newer, okay, and you've just recognized the red flags early on. But this ending, I feel, is going to bring you wish fulfillment, but it is going to take some work, some inner strength, and we see that here. Like harnessing these trials to come out stronger and wiser. And we see the Ten of Wands energy in reverse. This person definitely wants a new beginning here with you. They have a lot to get off their chest. But Taurus, be careful, because I feel like they're going to really unload on you. And I don't think you need to be this person's emotional puke bucket right now. Okay, I feel like the focus really needs to be just on you and moving forward, healing and calling in something that's really truly in alignment with you. So I'm going to switch up this reading a little bit, because I don't really want to hang out in their energy anymore, and it feels like the message from Spirit is quite clear. Just keep going, Taurus. You know what you deserve. You know what you deserve, and you're only stuck when you think you are. All right? Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps here, Taurus. All right, let's see. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Mask. Okay, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. This energy that I'm picking up on, Emperor in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Strength card in reverse. I feel like you have somebody who's very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know, like I'm not trying to like psychologize them, but I am getting like covert narcissist energy from them. I feel like this person probably did a lot of gaslighting. They probably will. That's kind of what I'm getting if you open the door to talking to them again. There might be some gaslighting, because I'm not getting accountability from this person whatsoever. All right, we see coffin, but Spirit's saying with the World card and the Nine of Cups that endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. It feels like, my Taurus, you are in a transitional period. All right, and we see engagement ring. Now, some of you may have been married or engaged to this person. But what I'm seeing here is you actually have a new beginning, something solid and secure coming your way, but you're going to have to put in the work into healing. All right. And we see passion, insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. So I do think that, just a reminder that this is not the last person on earth, right? There's something so much better out there for you. I do think some of you might be pulled back into this connection from time to time or emotionally, because they probably come in and they're very passionate, they're very sexy, and again, there's a cycle of breaking up and then passionate making up, which, in the moment, it can feel good, but when things just go back to the way they were, it becomes a really unhealthy situation and a trauma bond forms. And for some of my Taurus, you can hear, I almost feel like my voice is shaking here. And for some of you, that really is the case here. So you need to give yourself grace. Don't beat yourselves up, Taurus, but focus on healing and moving forward. I get very strong messages here that it is not in your best interest to move forward with this connection or to grant them access to you at this time, okay? So I do see that there's somebody new coming in. There's somebody new coming towards you. All right, endings bring new beginnings. Trust your intuition here. Let's see who this new energy is for you. Okay, so we see somebody who's a real, true leader, not an emperor in reverse. A true leader is somebody who gives people freedom, space, holds space for you, is not somebody who's going to try to control or demand. And this person is comfortable taking charge. They exhibit confidence in their decisions. They may be in a management role. They may have strong air in their chart, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. All right, and we see Taurus energy. Okay, so this is where you're going to find a lot of compatibility. They're stable. They enjoy aesthetics and comfort as they're ruled by Venus. They're loyal. They're kind. They can be stubborn. We also see Cancerian energy. So Cancer energy is loving, nurturing, very creative. It is cardinal energy, like leadership is cardinal energy, but it's also very loving, nurturing, creative, and intuitive. All right, so let's see what you need to know about this new connection that's coming your way, that Spirit's assuring you that is on the horizon here. And it's so much more in alignment with you. It's somebody that you may end up being in a higher level of commitment with. The Eight of Pentacles tells me you may meet this person, you may meet this new person, like somewhere you like to go back to, the gym, work, school, your favorite bar, club, restaurant, your favorite lunch spot. All right. So we have love language, acts of service. So actions speak louder than words. Yeah, with this new energy, this is where trust is built, because what they say, they back it up with their words. This is somebody who makes sure that you're comfortable, that you feel safe, that you feel happy. All right, we see fearless love, so a courageous leap into the unknown. So a lot of my Taurus, you may not know this person. For some of you, they could be around you, but it's about taking a risk, taking a leap of faith into something new, because the energy I'm picking up here, Taurus, is not it with this person. Yep, and Spirit's being very clear. Let go of the past. Clear your energy to allow new love into your life. And this new person is going to be your best friend and your lover. All right, so I'm going to leave it here, Taurus, sending you love and light. Take care.